Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Director's Take Season 16 on the Horizon. This was posted on April 10th, yesterday, and we're going to take a look at it today and see what they had to say. Hey everyone, this is Alec Dawson, Associate Game Director for Overwatch 2, with a look at some of the many great changes coming in Season 16. The team has been working hard to perfect new additions like the perk system and our next hero, Freya, while balancing classic favorites like 6v6 competitive open queue. Tons of information on our new game mode, Stadium, will be heading your way next week. Oh, so wait, we're getting more information on Stadium next week. That actually sounds, I'm not gonna lie. More information on Stadium? I'm excited for that. Next is Perk Perfection. The introduction of perks last season added a new layer of gameplay and strategy to Overwatch 2. Players are still brainstorming the best choices for their favorite heroes and personal playstyle. Honestly, that's how you should play the perks. Don't look at Google guides on what's the best perk to choose for this hero. Honestly, it all comes down to personal playstyle. At least for me, that's how you play the game. Personal playstyle. For me, I like to choose the extra damage on ball when I hit tanks, when I roll into tanks. I like to choose that, and I've gotten a lot of people that tell me, oh, you shouldn't choose that because it's not a very good perk. It's not the one that's better. But it's my personal playstyle. I like that better. Have their AMA. Yeah, last time they had an AMA about perks, which, by the way, it's cool that they did that. I hope they do more of that. And many perks were tuned up for the mid-season balance patch. Players have given us feedback, and the team is continuing to refine the perk system. That's nice. Certain perks are a big hit, like Anna's Shrike. Oh, it's the double nano. Right, double nano. Bastion's Lindholm Explosives, which gives explosive shells. They're impactful and transformative perks that enable meaningful gameplay changes. Making sure perks for every hero tick those boxes is a big priority for us. Okay, my mic is on. Okay, I was worried. Where's I at? Where was I at? There it is. And we're confident in changes in Season 16 and beyond are pointing us in the right direction. One of our biggest philosophies when designing and improving perks is the idea that there's never a wrong choice. You should never feel like picking a perk is universally a poor option. Maps, learn compositions, enemy heroes, personal play style should all influence your decisions, but one perk shouldn't be the default go-to situation in every situation. I'm looking at you, Cassidy. Fan the hammer. How do we make sure those goals? We're looking at a combination of seeing the data like pick rate gaps, the amount of influence perks have in a moment-to-moment gameplay, and if we feel a hero has a less impactful perk set overall, we wanted to offer new options instead of there's also constant iteration going on behind the scenes to dream up bigger and better options for future seasons. Good example is Season 16, Sombra's updated perk kit, Stack Overflow, while impactful, doubled down on things Sombra was already good at rather than bringing transformative gameplay. It'll be replaced with a new major perk, Viral Replication, which allows for virus to spread to nearby enemies and will enable bolder team dives. Yay. Previous minor perk Angelic Recovery felt passive, so we wanted to add something more active that brings strategy into the mix. Enter Angelic Resurrection, which gives 100 overhealth upon casting Resurrect. Players will have to judge the risk of saving a teammate behind enemy lines is worth the reward of enhanced survivability. Oh, wait, that's actually kind of sick. Might thought that they would just like say what her old perks were. No, this gives 100 overhealth when she resurrects somebody. That's actually kind of that enables me to do like bold mercy reses and more. I do that a lot. I got a saying in my community that is I've been upping death counts since day one, so this will enable me to do that even more. Players will have to judge the risk. Oh man. Our new support Juno will receive a new major perk that enables a more aggressive playstyle. Lockdown gives a lower cooldown for pulsar torpedoes. That's actually kind of nice. So you get the faster lock-on and a lower cooldown 100% every single time. Except that actually, you know what? That actually is interesting because now there's more of a choice between Meta Blaster crits and you want faster pulsar torpedoes. I'd say it's instead of a more aggressive playstyle, it's which aggressive playstyle do you want to play? While we try not to nerf perks too often, some options clearly need tuning heading into Season 16. Sorry, Triple Blink Tracer fans. There's a good bard impact perks can have, but some may have gone a bit past that line and need to be dialed back. I agree. There's a few that are crazy. Players have also responded well to perks that bring back old components of a hero's kit, like Orissa's Protective Barrier, Hanzo's Scotto Arrow. I cannot read. We can't give away all the changes here, but another classic will be reintroduced in a different yet overwhelming way as a major perk for a certain icy DPS hero. Clearly they're talking about Genji, but I cannot think of what his perk would be. There's certainly not another choice for an icy DPS hero. There's certainly not another choice for an icy DPS hero. Obviously, he's got a cold front on him. So Genji's obviously who they're talking about here. Obviously. A few weekends ago, Freya swooped in for her hero trial. Her sky-high skill ceiling and swift movement abilities ended up being a big hit with our players. Her trial numbers were comparable to Venture's popular test last weekend. What? They were comparable to Venture's? Was Juno's not more popular? I feel like Juno's was far more popular than Venture's. So she was not as popular. She hasn't wrapped you up with her Bola shot just yet. You'll have a chance to dive in once Season 16 launches. Though we don't balance around quick play data, it gives us valuable information about new heroes during their trials. Freya was a bit lower on the win rate side. So wait, they don't balance around quick play. That's fair. At least they've given... Because I feel like there was a sentiment in the community where people were like really confused whether or not they balance casually or competitively, and this just tells us they balance competitively. It gives valuable information about new heroes. Freya was a bit lower, 43% win rate, and will be receiving a few light buffs before her debut. That's what I felt. I felt like she was a little underpowered, and there were a few people online that were like, she's broken, she's insane, she'll never get a buff. So her Rev Draw crossbow will now shoot 12 shots before max spread, increased from its original 8, and Bola shot damage is now increased as well as its max radius. Hopefully that makes that ult feel a little bit more impactful. Sometimes it felt kind of not that great. So quality of life changes, like the option to bind quick dash to a double jump. That's fair. I'll keep it the same because I like it. I liked how it was. Freya to be in a couple place on launch, make her broken, like that would be sick. Knowing players will get better with her kit over time, we're really happy with where she is now. The hottest topic over the last few months has been the return to 66 game modes, and it's clear that many of you are passionate about the option to dive in with a bonus player. Good news for 6v6 enthusiasts, we'll be continuing to run open queue with a 2-tank limit in both quick play and competitive throughout Season 16. Nice! Wow. Okay, so a little bit of insight. Competitive 6v6 open queue was the third most popular Overwatch 2 during the Season 15, according to time played. And it was usurped by the totally normal Overwatch April Fool's mode. Googly eyes may reign supreme, but in 6v6 modes are holding their own. As are standard 5v5 modes. On average, there's a 3-to-1 ratio of players choosing competitive 5v5 over competitive 6v6 repetitively, but the 6v6 population has remained steady. We're curious how a 2-tank limit would pan out, but most games landed on the classic 2-tank, 2 DPS, 2 support setup. Tank players in 6v6 clearly enjoy having another tank buddy in their corner, no matter which role they choose. Players are loving a shorter queue times and the ability to role swap in a match. There's also a heightened sense of chaos some folks just can't get enough of. Queue times across the game have remained healthy, and data from Season 16 should give us a better sense of how 5v5 role queue and 6v6 open queue can coexist in the long term. Like, interesting. I'm glad that they're keeping 6v6 because I had so much fun playing that in competitive. I almost hit Diamond this season. Still some time. I might hit Diamond. I'm Plat 1, so I'm very close. But thank you for watching. If you want to see more news, Overwatch news, or patch notes, or videos, go ahead and hit that follow button, that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Tag Flats. Okay, good.